There is a place, a house. In it I glimpse something like beauty. Side by side, our bodies after sex, a pleasure of cells, crystalline, refracting. We stood at the window, staring out at a world we believed would be ours. Sentinel tells the story of a woman who is agoraphobic, who has been isolating herself after a very traumatic loss. And she's kind of built this almost surreal, magical world of screens that she lives inside of. And she interacts with them. And we kind of find out as the opera evolves and as our character kind of devolves, that things are not quite as they seem. And as our character searches for peace and healing, we find that she ends up in a situation, a very surreal, almost psychedelic situation, where she's able to confront the trauma of her past in order to find healing.
It's a beautiful romantic story. It's a beautiful romantic tragedy, and it's told through the feminine perspective, which is also a lens that we don't always get a lot of in what we're consuming.
Sentinel is first and foremost about healing. I think this opera needs to be made right now because there are so many stories, especially in opera, about traumas that women have endured and survived, but very few operas that follow our heroine on her journey of healing, of community, and of finding strength within herself. And that's what this opera does.
Sentinel needs to be made right now because Sentinel is a very profound mirror for kind of the cultural sickness that we are in the midst of. It kind of interrogates themes of agoraphobia and isolation and this impending fear of violence.
The opera deals with themes of technology, isolation, violence, control, surrender, trauma, nature, motherhood, all of these things that I think are so universal to our human experience, but through the lens of what is a very modern day contemporary story.
Sentinel is the opportunity to connect with others about some of the most pressing issues of our time: mental health, climate change, gun control, and the positive and negative effects of our technological advances.
We are amplifying these very internal experiences that people are having in the world right now as they navigate this very new culture that we live in with technology.
This project is deeply underway and we need your help.
Sentinel is in a moment where it can really use resources and funds. We have the team established. We have a lot of momentum creatively. A lot of work has already been done. A lot of the music has been written. But we need to get in a space all together. So your donations would allow us to be in the room together and start to bring these concepts into 3 dimensions and into movement and embodiment.
If you believe in supporting mental health, this opera is a really beautiful way of kind of putting someone's experience on the stage and watching it, and there's so much empathy and so much relatedness I think that can come through the witnessing of a character like this.
I know that there are so many deserving projects out there that could benefit from support, but I really believe that this is a story that needs to be told and will resonate with so many.
Thank you so much for your consideration. Thank you for donating, sharing, supporting. I think all of these artists are geniuses, and I'm really honored to be on this team.